how to run a Docker container on a custom port. So when you're running a Docker container and you don't pass any flags to it, by default, you let Docker handle the port mapping. It's generally advised that you do your own port mapping as well as your own config options as you set up these containers. If you pay attention to this diagram, you'll notice that the Docker container is not connected directly to our host OS. In fact, our host OS has a Docker VNet, and instead our host OS has a Docker VNet that is created by the Docker engine, and the container talks through the Docker VNet right here to our host OS. So if we want our Docker container to speak externally with other resources, we have to set up the equivalent of a NAT between the Docker VNet and our host OS. We can do that with the -p flag. Behind me, I have our terminal session pulled up, and let's do a quick Docker run -d to start this in detached mode. And then we're going to pass through the name of this new container, which is going to be web1. And then we're going to pass through a port mapping. So in our case, we're going to go with port 8080 to 80. Remember, this section here creates what you see in the background at the bottom of this diagram. After that, we just choose the container we want, which is nginx, and we hit enter. As you notice, we created a new image. If we were to do a Docker ps, you'd see we now have a container with the image nginx running on port 8080 and forwarding to port 80. If you enjoy this Docker content, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe either here on TikTok or down below at my YouTube channel. Otherwise, stay blessed, boys. I'll see y'all next video.